Okay, this is for Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Just want to let you know that I like your cars. In fact, I think you are a great entrepreneur. You made so many great products, and but I think we just have to part with Elon Musk because one thing I don't agree with is your smoking of marijuana because marijuana does so much damage to our society, so much damage to the American people, so much damage to the minds of grown adults. We have more impaired drivers than ever before. We have more people, more young people suffering from panic attacks, college students suffering from panic attacks. I know one gentleman, when he was smoking weed in college, to this day, he still suffers from panic attacks due to the pot smoking. And it wasn't because he just had a odd batch of pot and everything like people say. The reality is that marijuana is a psychotropic drug and it does something to people. It damages people's minds, it hurts their memory, and why would anyone want to take a drug that destroys their minds? Why would a CEO, where people are investing millions of dollars into a company, why in the world would people invest millions of dollars of their investments and trust to the hands of a CEO who's a pot smoker? It doesn't make any sense. Why would a magazine like Entrepreneur Magazine push dope every edition? I get this magazine all the time every month, and I've been noticing a trend that they've been promoting just marijuana, weed smoking. They have a section called Green Strategy. They're nothing but a bunch of dope dealers. No different than the people I remember growing up as a kid, passing weed, selling pot. They're dope dealers. But now they're promoting in literature right now. They're in the magazines now. And so I would suggest that perhaps a boycott anyone who's pushing dope in their magazines, that the advertisers should boycott those magazines, or the people should boycott the products who are being advertised in magazines like Entrepreneurship and other magazines that are promoting pot smoking. It doesn't make any sense that we're now promoting a drug that destroys people's immune system. It has been proven scientifically to destroy your immune system. We know it happens in tobacco, but somehow we're giving marijuana a pass. Why are we doing this? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It causes kidney failure. I know a young man right now who has got kidney stones. He's only 22 years old, and he has kidney stones because he smokes weed. The only thing, he doesn't smoke tobacco. He doesn't chew tobacco. All he does is weed. He smokes dope, just a regular grown in the mill marijuana, grow in the backyard type of stuff. And he is suffering greatly. He has all kind of schizophrenia. He has split personalities just about. I had a cousin who had split personalities, and he started smoking weed. And there are people who never had any psychological issues until they start smoking weed. And you young people need to say no to this dope. Just like I did when I was a kid, I never allowed the peer pressure, whether it be in school or in magazines like this, entrepreneurship magazines, that are promoting pot smoking. You all got to be out of your mind promoting a drug that destroys the executive function of people's heads. You have got to be out of your mind. We got young people who have a poor outlook in education, and yet you're pushing drugs to normalize it so they think there's nothing wrong with it. You're pushing these people who took marijuana, they think this marijuana has helped them, and you promote their videos. You're promoting the videos of dead people, those who've already died of cancer thanks to pot, thanks to marijuana, thanks to reducing their immune system. And you're getting paid millions of dollars to push fake quack science and crackpot science just to push an industry, just like you did tobacco. You all have to be out of your minds. It's like you're smoking dope or something. Look at what it did to the guy who ran for president in the Libertarian Party. He could not keep his thoughts straight. He was acting crazy. There was something wrong with him. Look what happened to Elon Musk. He started talking out of his butt, and his stock tumbled. Company. This is why I'm not going to get a Tesla, because someone's got to take a stand against dope. Someone has got to give young people hope. And you're not going to find any hope in dope and smoking or not smoking any kind of drug that destroys the mind. It slows them down. So what I'm saying is this, that I'm not going to get a Tesla. I'm not going to get any kind of vehicle from any kind of person that smokes, that is promoting the smoking of marijuana. Because I see the damage that it's done. I've got another cousin. All he did was, I had an uncle. Let's say my uncle, he smoked weed. That's all he did. And he ended up getting lung cancer. Lung cancer, folks. Lung cancer. All right? That's real stuff there. From And yet you want to promote a drug like that has more carcinogens than cigarettes? You know, the science is proven. We did experiments. There was an experiment done in my advanced biology class. My teacher had got the tar from well, let's say I could say his experiment he did. He actually did experiment with the tar of tobacco and the tar of marijuana. And the way how you do that, you put it in a vacuum, you kind of heat it up and stuff, so you create this tar. Okay, they skin the backs of mice. This is his research that he did. And I remember this in advanced biology class because he told us about this. And this comes from personal experience from him. And he said, they skin the backs of these mice, they put the tar of a cigarette, of just basic tobacco, and they put the tar of on the backs of another mouse, basically, and they put sugar water on the other mouse as a control, basically. And so, out of all those mice, like 100 or some mice, every single mouse that had the tobacco, they developed some sort of beginning stages of a cancer cell. But then when they put the tar of marijuana, what happened was it became a malignant tumor. It was an aggressive form of cancer. And of course, the mice died. It was a shame that these mice had to die. But the reason why they use mice is because their organism and their biochemistry is very similar to humans in many respects. That's why they use mice for experiments. So now you have our lungs, the viola sacs within our lungs, and you're going to put that tar. And when people smoke marijuana, they breathe in that drug deeper than they do with even cigarette smoke. All right. So you're giving them more of that tar down in their lungs, which is causing carcinogens to go all throughout their bodies, weakening their immune systems, destroying their thinking, giving them paranoia. Oh my goodness. Guy, young man who I've tried to mentor before, he has paranoia right off the charts. I mean, paranoia, psychosis, everything you can think of like that. And it's because he smokes weed and pot. And those people who smoke the pot, they don't even realize they're thinking oddly. They don't realize that they're not processing things correctly. They think they're just as normal as anything, but really they're not. The people on the outside can see there's something wrong with them, but they can't tell because of that part of their mind that deals with their identity. The marijuana actually fools them into thinking that what they're doing is normal, but it's really not normal. And how they're thinking is not normal at all. You've got Carl Sagan, a guy who was a great scientist and stuff. They use these potheads, use him as an example where, my goodness, look at Carl Sagan. He believed in smoking pot. Why don't we just promote smoking pot too? Just like a barrel of monkeys, just follow monkey see, monkey do. All you do is follow the monkeys. And guess what happened to him too? He got something called myelodysplasia, which is a form of blood and bone marrow cancer. And he, of course, where are the marijuana promoters talking about the fact that Carl Sagan died of a blood cancer as a result of smoking weed? Of course, that won't sell their drug. Of course, that won't sell newspapers. Of course, that won't sell J.B. Spitzer's campaign as he's promoting the legalization of marijuana in the state of Illinois. The guy who, oh my goodness, the same J.B. Spitzer that had people in his staff that went black-faced it, actually making fun of black people. Of course, the media is going to give him a pass, but you know what? You should give him a pass at all. In fact, I encourage you all to look up the Chicago Times Sun, yesterday's paper, and you're going to see J.B. Spitzer, the guy, Democrat running for governor, and you're going to see his staff members going black-faced on camera on Instagram. That's what Democrats think of black people, and which is a shame. But this needs to get out. It's a shame that, of course, he will be a pot smoking person. Of course, him being a socialist billionaire He wants the people to be stupider than ever because he wants many times these congressmen and these many times Democrats, they want dumb voters. They don't care about smart thinking voters. They want as many people to be on weed as possible. And I know too many stories about the problem of weed. And you're going to legalize a drug where people now they can't sue you because they were dumb enough to take the drug. They were dumb enough to take it. And who are they going to sue? They can't sue anybody. They won't be able to sue any company because the weed is everywhere. You've just legalized and you're trying to legalize a drug that you can't stop and you can't control. And now you're going to have it more. Whatever you legalize, you're going to have more of it. Look at the child who took that K2, which was a derivative of marijuana. All right. Once you legalize marijuana, there's going to be the next step, K2. Oh my goodness, you've got hallucinations going on. The kid was bouncing his head off the concrete and just flopping like a fish. You should see the stories about this child. He was like a 9-year-old child taking K2. It's all over the internet. And you want this to continue? I mean, it's got to be a Russian attack of somehow attacking our media, causing people to really not really think logically about this. You know, a good country that cares about its citizens they will not legalize any kind of drug that destroys the minds of the young people and old people. And why are we promoting a drug that literally impairs judgment and causes more accidents on the road? Do we have enough accidents? Are there not enough people with car accidents? Don't we have enough stupid people driving? Why do you want more? Oh, we want tax dollars. Oh, there's blood money then. You don't care about the lives of the people. You just want to take their money before they die. As if a person got shot in the street and awesome. Well, at least I can use that money. You are thinking just like a criminal. If you're thinking about taking tax dollars from people who are dying and being destroyed by this drug. And shame on you. Shame on you, Elon Musk. Shame on you, anyone who's promoting the legalization of marijuana. You are destroying the next generation. And who's going to pay for your Social Security when they can't even get a job, when they can't even keep a job enough to pay in a Social Security? What are you going to have left after you burn the candle at both ends and you're left old and there's no one to take care of you because people are too self-centered and self-absorbed to take care of you? They're just going to put you in a bunch of gas chambers because they can't take care of the elderly because they don't care about the elderly anymore. Because you didn't care about them when they were kids. You just sold them a bill of goods about smoking weed, smoking pot, and now you're old and you have no one to take care of you and no one who cares. You just don't think about the future. You're procrastinating, and you just don't think about other lives. And this has got to stop, America. We have to stand up against the propaganda that's on Google, YouTube, and all over the media. We have to stop the propaganda that's pushing dope down our young people's throats. Every time you hear somebody, they're smoking dope, crack, whatever, it's destroying their brains. And the brain is nothing to be messed with. You shouldn't be messing with people's minds. We have enough drugs already being pumped in these young people's heads, these amphetamines with Ritalin and everything. And why not promote another drug, legalize another drug? I mean, many of these boys should not even be on this stuff, on Ritalin. They just need to know how to teach boys. Like boys should not be necessarily at a desk all day long. Sometimes we need activities. We need to do something with our hands. You need to teach boys how to be boys and not teach them like they're just robots at a desk. Also, raising our young people with the television set because it's causing attention deficit disorder. You get these images flashing on their faces over and over and over again. They can't concentrate. They can't think properly. We didn't have this attention deficit disorder ever before the TV came about, but now we have it more and more. So these are things that we've got to think about as a society, all right? Elon Musk, this is what I'm saying to you. You need to change your ways. I'm not going to get that Tesla anytime soon. In fact, I'm not going to get one now, thanks to your behavior, all right? So thank you, everyone, and you just say no to drugs, say no to dope, because there is no hope in dope. All right. Thank you so much. And as parents, we need to really teach our young people how to think, not just what to think, but how to think. And in the process of taking them how to think, don't destroy their brains by pushing dope. Thank you. God bless America.